The drone's flying over New Jersey. The government's saying it's not theirs. I think Casey Neistat is bringing back daily vlogs.
It's amazing.
Did you see Owen Wilson at Rolling Loud?
Yeah, it's filming a movie.
Him going to Rolling Loud as a part of a movie?
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, apparently it's with Matt Rife, which then I go, I'm not watching that movie.
Fluoride in excess amounts is a neurotoxin, and they're pumping that in our public water. You like that, or you don't like
these
that?
are crazy segues. This reminds me of like the Matan interviews.
You know how the Spanish word for coffee is cafe?
Yeah.
Is that why they call it cafes? Or does that have no correlation?
That's actually a good question.
Right?
For some reason, I thought cafe. Obviously, it's a Spanish word, but I thought it originated from France or Italy.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Why do they call milk leche?
I don't know.
Is that a difficult question? Is there a Y to that, or is that not? There's no Y. How could there be no Ys to certain
Spanish was
phenomenons?
created before English, so why is leche called milk?
Yeah, and there's no Y to that, is there?
Not at all.
Dude, what's it like being a dad now?
It's responsible as hell.
Yeah, come over to the good side. I'm Minu's first uncle. Come here. Oh, all right, never mind. That's embarrassing.
L plus ratio.
I know you ratio a lot. I'm not a big ratio guy.
I'm a comment section dominator.
Why are the comment sections more popular than the posts nowadays?
Because it's a sense of community. Even then, is it more popular, or comment section is just filled with bots?
Like Russian gate bots?
I don't know. I don't even know what Russian gate is, but more or less.
I think it's a gate in Russia.
That makes sense. But more or less just, it's a like engagement farm kind of stuff. Like there's bots programmed to just comment on stuff for engagement.
Is there a way we can get bots to comment on this podcast?
You just have
invite them in?
You just have to say that you lost your password to your crypto wallet. Say your iPhone's broken, and say you want a free PS5, and you will have hundreds of comments. That's the way to do it on X, the Everything app. It's all happening on X.
You mean Twitter?
X, the Everything app.
It's
all happening on X.
See, okay, this is good because I'm an outsider from X, Twitter. How did he pull off and the staff pull off everybody to stop calling it Twitter and calling it X?
People still call it Twitter.
Really?
People call X is more of a joke.
When you say he
app, it's all
tweeted,
happening on X.
do you still say tweet or do you say X post? What would you say in replacement? You're Xing?
Tweet. I still say tweet. It's still Twitter. You can change the logo. You can change the name. It's still Twitter.
What would Elon say if he was here right now? Like, what would be his intelligent response?
He has too much money to really care.
Well, try to sound like him while you're saying it at least.
I have too much money to care. I don't know. I don't know how to...
Mind woke virus. I've lost my son.
Freaking RFK brainworm.
Yeah, but let's dig into being a dad, dude. You're a cat dad. How are your relationships with all your guy friends? Are they still around? Are they? I know me and you are still close because we're brothers, but do dudes still hang out with you now that you own a cat?
Yeah, dude, they fuck with my cat heavy. They love her. People will come over to my apartment just to see the cat.
Yeah, she is pretty cool. I like this cat. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty happy right now. Why is
She's very social, man.
my dopamine spiking? What's the biggest downfall of being a dad right now?
Biggest downside is I don't get as much sleep. Biggest downside is I have to proof my home.
Proof it.
Like
you have to prove it like it's your home.
No,
like
no.
paperwork-wise?
Like proof it as in like I had a little Christmas tree on my counter that for Christmas, and now I can't have it on my counter because she would knock it down every hour. So now it's sitting on top of my fridge with no ornaments on it because she knocked all the ornaments off of it.
What a Grinch. Wow. She's very cute, dude. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, she's something. I just feel bad because I work 8 hours a day, so she's alone in those times. It looks like her eye's getting better too, so thank God.
Does she come with like a remote, or how do you control something like that walks around with free will?
You don't.
You don't.
You just coexist. And whether or not she coexists in the fashion that you want her to or not. Waking me up at 5:30 in the morning, slapping me in the, like, I think it might have been yesterday morning. It was like 6 a.m. and my alarm goes off at 6, and she's sitting there meowing at me, like telling me to get up.
I feel like a lot of so what's the upside, I guess? Let's go to that. The upside of owning a kitten.
I don't have to live alone.
Wow. Don't you have a roommate?
He's not there, man.
So, I was getting a couple drinks with some friends, and I bring this up because I feel like owning a podcast is very similar to owning a kitten.
Do you own this or do you lease it?
I own it.
Okay.
Until it's public, then there'll be many people who own it shares wise, and then we'll sell big, and then I'll be the host of it, but I'll be controlled by big corporations.
Like the Green Bay Packers?
Right. Are they big? Would you say they're big? I wouldn't say Green Bay's big.
They're huge, but they don't have ownership. They're owned by, like, they're a publicly traded company. Like, people own shares of the Green Bay Packers. Like, they don't have a sole owner.
But the way I feel like owning a kitten is the same way as owning a podcast. I don't know if you've noticed, have you been sitting differently since you owned a kitten? Because since I've owned a podcast, I've been sitting differently. And I was drinking with some friends, and everybody was sitting the way I used to sit before I owned a podcast. But I was drinking wine. I brought wine, and everybody else was drinking Coronas, and I was drinking wine. And I was sitting like this, and I had my arm reached out like this, and I had my wine glass sat right here. And like I would switch my wine glass to my left hand to take a sip. And I realized ever since I got a podcast, I start sitting like that when I'm deep in conversation. If you notice how you're sitting right now, is that because you own a kitten? Is the way you're sitting?
No, I wouldn't change for a kitten. This is how I sit normally every single time I sit down. Even when I'm like, I'd be at school at UCF, and I'd be sitting like this, and everyone else is like, just like hunched over like this, and I'm like, that's just horrible for your posture, dude. I was like, I can't learn if I'm not relaxed. So this is my relaxed state.
I hear that. But if you won't change for a kitten, what would make you change? Like, what things make you change?
Proof of better life through change, if that makes sense. Like eating, like
So, but you're changing your eating habits. But I guess what's the reason? What's the catalyst for changing your eating habits?
better lifestyle.
Very self-centered. So you won't do anything for your kitten, but you'll do something for a better lifestyle for yourself. I'm just digging. I'm digging in. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to help.
Mm-hmm. With what?
It's just very. It's like
nail it. nail in the coffin.
Elon Musk has now changed Twitter to X. Have you seen he's trying to uptake Gmail with Xmail?
So he's trying to buy. Oh, he's making Xmail.
He's making
He's
Xmail.
not purchasing Gmail to make it.
And
Xmail.
he's saying, so you know how email has always been the way it is. It's like a little article. Every single message you get, it's like a little article, and there's not much like you can forward it or you can reply.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like this old school way. It's very Craigslist feel, just very retro internet. He wants to take Xmail and turn email, otherwise known as Xmail, in probably about 6 months, to more of like a DM, direct message format, where you have text conversations with that person, not just from one single thread, but just generally your conversation back and forth through email. I don't know how he's going to combine the world of direct messaging and Xmail with because businesses use email primarily to promote their things. I wonder how that would work with Xmail.
Can I throw an idea out at you?
Sure.
It's a 30-year-old idea. AIM. Do you know what AIM is?
I don't have much of it, but I do. I don't hit the toilet seat too often.
AOL,
Bad joke,
Instant
sorry.
Messenger.
Yeah, I know AOL.
That's been a thing.
But why did it lose? It lost.
Everyone ditched AOL. It's like every 10 years, I guess a superior email outlet comes out. Like 2010's Yahoo was huge. And then it switched to Gmail. And then Gmail switched to Outlook and all that kind of stuff. So it's like every 10 years, people just for some reason change their email and switch everything up. But instant messaging on email has been a thing for a long time. I don't know what unique factor he's going to bring to the table, but that's been a thing.
I feel like Elon's whole shtick with buying Twitter was to say free speech. his whole shtick on starting Xmail, I just wonder what his his statement is behind it. Because when he gets interviewed and when he starts throwing it out there, there's going to be some big reason behind it that helps support Xmail's growth.
I don't think he bought Twitter for the freedom of free speech. I think he bought Twitter because Twitter was pretty much it's not a non-profit, but there was no way for Twitter to gain money because there were no pay subscriptions. There were nothing to pay for on Twitter. Twitter was Twitter. Twitter's free. Everything you did on Twitter was free. So he bought Twitter and then made everything you paid for on Twitter. So now he's quote unquote making money, whereas the people from Twitter weren't before.
Right, and everything's a subscription service. You could subscribe for toilet paper and supplements. I think one day we can subscribe for like girlfriends. You think a girlfriend or a boyfriend can be on subscription service? If say Elon Musk was to buy relationships and call it exhalationships, how far does the subscription model go is my real question that I want to pose.
It goes as far as people are willing to pay for it. If people are willing to pay for girlfriends,
oh my gosh,
there's a market for it.
You know how many people I've met so many people that have gotten iPads recently, and this happens every year around Christmas. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I got an iPad. It was free for $10 a month. I hear that from every single person I meet. I don't think I've met a single person that hasn't bought an iPad in the past few weeks and said it was free, but I'm paying $10 a month.
So it wasn't free.
Right. And then they're like, oh, and I also had to buy this.
Oh, like came free with Verizon kind of thing?
Yeah.
When you switch to Verizon, you get the new iPad Mini Pro, whatever the fuck it's called, for free. But then in the fine writing, it's $5.99 a month on top of your phone bill. The biggest, funniest one is when they go like a free Xbox with your new phone. And it's like, what? Like, I'm in the market for a phone, not a fucking Xbox.
That sounds pretty sick, though. You know how Mr. Beast does the like this video and get entered to win a free Tesla or share it on your story or something?
I did not.
Well, it happens.
Okay.
And that's probably the worst giveaway to enter, because here's a man that has a third of the world's population on every video he posts, and you're trying to enter his giveaway. Your probability is so tiny. Go find like a random podcast like The Wet Slap that's giving away $100 each episode with the person who posts the most popular clip using the hashtag TWS episode number. Winner announced next Friday. Instead of entering Mr. Beast giveaway, you should enter the Wet Slap giveaway, because there's probably 2 people that are going for it.
Yeah.
So technically you have a 50% chance of winning $100. And if there's 3 people, I think that goes down to about 33.33% repeating. And if there's 4, it's 25%. And if it's 5, it's 20%. And if it's 6, it's You
got it?
I don't got that.
Roll with it. I think the reason people do it is because I think 50% of the people that go to it are sort of like, shit, why not? It's free, why not do it? The other half have, I feel like, it's not called main character syndrome, but you know what I'm talking about, where they think they're the main character in the world's plot kind of thing. And they think, if I apply for this, I'm definitely going to get it because I'm the main character.
Are those the people that post a black screen saying like, I'm going to be off social media for a while, here's my number kind of people?
Dude, I mean, probably, because I think it's gonna generate a lot of attention and generate more people texting them than it was before.
I've done a lot of dumb things on social media, and I am happy to say I've never posted a black screen being like, going off for a while.
You didn't post the black screen for...
No, I didn't post it. That was my profile
in 2020? You didn't?
I didn't have social media in 2020.
Was it Blackout Monday, Blackout Wednesday? You didn't do it?
Is that what it was?
I have no idea. You're talking to the wrong fellow.
I thought that was just a trend, like a cool trend to do.
Cool is very loose word, but yeah, it was a trend.
What do you think wearing black a lot means as a characteristic? Like I wear black a lot. What do you think that means about me?
I know that black hides curves very well. That's also why
it is slimming.
That's why I'm wearing black right now.
Okay, Slim.
Because I'm not in the best shape in the world. It hides a lot of my best characteristics. Some worth that I only want to see because I don't want to share with the world my best traits. But I think it's also as much as black is not it's a neutral color, even though it's no color. It's absent. It's every color combined, because white is the absence of color
and the absence of culture. I'm right there with you.
They consider us a melting pot. I don't agree with it.
Do you think you're funny? Would you say you're funny? Because I would say you're really funny. But would you look at an AI robot and if it asked you if you were funny, would you say yeah?
I don't think so. I think I'm situationally funny. If someone told me I had to do a 5-minute stand-up set, I couldn't do it. I literally don't know a single.
Well, would
joke
you
in my
say
mind.
Doing stand-up is a situation?
Situational is more or less if someone does something stupid, I'll say something that'll get people to laugh and use them as an expense kind of thing. Because I really, in my head, I know one joke, one like actually curated joke that isn't even an original joke, and that's it. Someone like before told me I think it was like a group bonding or like a team building thing. We all had to say a joke, and I was like, I don't know any jokes. I truly do not know any jokes besides the chickpea garbanzo bean joke. But everybody knows that joke.
I don't. What is a joke?
Do you actually not know
maybe
it?
when I hear it.
Do you actually not know it?
No.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
I don't know.
I didn't pay to have a garbanzo bean on my face. You actually didn't know that?
No.
Damn.
How does that fetish shine through? How do yellow or golden showers? Who was the first? You think it started really early on in human species? Or
It had to have been Roman Empire because they're filled with fucking pedophiles.
they did? Was it the Romans that had the public showers every day? Or I guess that might have started with the Vikings. The Vikings used to bathe all together. They bathed once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it was on Sunday. I don't know.
Okay.
But they bathed once a week and all together. And then they would go a whole week without bathing again.
Sounds like the average Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
But
Who's your favorite streamer right now?
I don't watch streams. I have no
I don't
idea.
watch streams either, but I know you've seen clips. No?
I mean, I've seen clips, but I can't say I have a favorite. What's his name? Does Sketch do streams? Yes, I think
I'm not allowed to comment.
I think Sketch does streams, and I know Kai Cenat. Those are the only two people I know as streamers.
I was informed not to comment on Sketch by everybody.
Okay. Well, so back to the peeing comment. Judgment of you get stung by a jellyfish
Okay.
and peeing on it helps. Like, how long ago do you think someone came up with that theory and tested it out truly? In a serious nature.
I think it's placebo. So I think it probably started a long time ago. And it just gave that person peace of mind when they walked away from the jellyfish sting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it probably started as soon as beaches and humans were invented and they were together.
Yeah.
I think peeing helped, right? Hell, it's a placebo.
Like,
You're good
oh
now.
man, I just got stung by a jellyfish, but oh fuck, someone just peed on me. That's way worse. So it takes your mind off of it.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking that, but I agree with that.
Like, I would have thought just going back into salt water and having to salt clean it, but maybe I'm just.
But then you
R
go back,
word.
you go straight back in the water with the jellyfish, and now you're stung again,
Well,
and
you
now you
just-
get peed on again.
Just go avoid the jellyfish.
One animal I'm terrified of, more than I should be, is monkeys.
Really?
I'm terrified of monkeys.
That's like when we went to Japan. You didn't want to go to Monkey Island.
No.
I want to go so bad.
I've seen too many viral videos of like a monkey deciding it's not letting go.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it escalates. Or I've seen like monkeys steal, or no, who's that woman that went on Oprah? Her
face
was
was
gone.
ripped off.
By that.
It looked like.
But then come to find out, she was given that monkey anxiety medications or something like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise?
I'll be honest. I do not like Tom Cruise as an actor.
That's weird.
I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I feel like he plays just like Dwayne Rock Johnson. He plays, besides Tropic Thunder, he plays almost the same person in every single movie. Same with Kevin Hart. Same with Dwayne Johnson. They play the exact same person. And the only
Kevin Hart always plays Kevin Hart.
And the only person that I like that as an actor is Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn. See, but I love Vince Vaughn. He's actually funny.
You can't compare Vince Vaughn and Kevin Hart or The Rock. I think actors have categories.
It's people playing either themselves or the same character in every movie.
Did you see Owen Wilson at Rolling Loud?
Yeah, for a movie.
Oh, was he promoting a movie?
Well,
Or was he
it's
filming
going to
a
be
movie?
part of him. Yeah, it's filming a movie.
Him going to Rolling Loud as a part of a movie.
Yeah.
I'll watch that. That's good.
Yeah, apparently it's with Matt Rife, which then I go, I'm not watching that movie.
What's your beef with Matt Rife? I don't get it.
I don't really have beef with him. I just don't find him funny.
I mean, I'm sure he's not the funniest in the world.
His stand-up, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I'd like to hang out with Matt Rife.
He seems like he's probably a cool guy.
It's weird. He did the old bait and switch. He got attention from his attractiveness, of course, but all his funny clips were loved by women, and like it was like clean comedy, like outside the realm of what you might deem conservative comedy, like anything goes. You can make fun of anybody. And then he did the old bait and switch where they tried to cancel him, and then he leaned 100% into it, which is what you should do. And he's like, all right, this fan base is leaving me. I'll regain this fan base by coming on their side.
I still think 80% of his fan base is women.
Yeah, I mean, not all women think the same. Do you really think that, Kyle?
I never said
You
they
think
did.
all women have to like or dislike somebody? Is that what you just claimed?
Yeah. I'll roll with that.
The government, the drones that are flying over...
You just turned a corner.
Podcast, baby. Is my phone not on Do Not Disturb? I'm so unprofessional. Hold on. Let me go on Do Not Disturb. The drone's flying over New Jersey. The government's saying it's not theirs, right? So I thought we could put our two heads together and we could think of who the drones might be for or from. Who's flying or owning these drones? I think Casey Neistat is bringing back daily vlogs. And I think he's just getting a bunch of B-roll in the stockpile. So when he travels around the Northeast, he has those ready. So I think it's Casey Neistat personally.
I think it's World of T-shirts.
You think that's DUI, ain't it? Drone under the influence?
Not flying. There's no FUI.
Droning under influence.
Flying under influence.
Red Bull makes you fly. It also gives you heart problems.
Whoa.
Or it could give you heart problems in excess amounts. The same way with fluoride.
I was about to say, you have it sitting right there and you're bashing it.
I'm not bashing it. That's an honest
Cut it.
statement.
Cut the clip.
They would claim it too.
Cut the clip.
Fluoride in excess amounts is a neurotoxin, and they're pumping that in our public water. You like that, or you don't like
These
that?
are crazy segues. This reminds me of like the Matan interviews.
Shout out Matan. Hey, Matan, appreciate you, brother.
I honestly,
I like it.
when his clips first started coming out, I didn't
so
find him
good.
funny, but I love him now. I think he is
just
so
grew on you?
Yeah, he grew on me.
He's like
so funny
Eric Andre.
He's like Eric Andre that's not on coke.
I think he's Eric Andre that's not on Comedy Central. I think
Well, was it you that I watched his stand up with, Eric Andre's?
I'm sure we watched it together. We're friends.
But it's just like it seemed like the whole time he was just screaming and running around the whole time, and it's like people paid money to go see that. Like Jesus Christ,
Oh, she's cute, man.
she's so cute.
Why'd you get a girl kitten?
I had no option. Cat distribution system, brother.
You're saying there's no option to the gender of your kitten?
Nope,
Okay.
not at all.
Duly noted.
Yeah, write it down. That's my opinion. When are you getting a cat?
Soon, very soon.
Okay.
Say you meet this person and they're really cool and you like them a lot. And they're a new friend of yours and you start doing things together. Eating, fishing, cleaning your cars together even. Hobby Lobby maybe might have been a stop on one of the days you were with each other.
Okay.
And you notice that he had a notepad in his phone, in his notes app, and there was a name for each person you know he has relationships with.
Okay.
And written down, he has things about that person regarding their opinions, what they like, what they don't like. And you see that out of the corner of your eye on his phone. And then when you go to meet up with him and hang out with him again, you look in his car and he's like rereading over your note titled Slim. And he's reading through it before you guys hang out.
Okay.
Would you still be friends with him, or do you think that's an odd thing to do?
It's odd, but I wouldn't discredit someone. That's people trying to keep up with their friends. Why? Who did that? You?
It was just a talking point that my team gave me.
Okay. So what spurred the talking point?
Oh, well, I want you to complete your answer.
With what?
You're asking me. I asked you the question.
I answered. I said
you said it wouldn't or would.
no. I couldn't give two shits.
Wouldn't care if I told him my secret. Did you see Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare? What's your take on that? Getting a
Actually, I wasn't going to bring that up. You're Italian.
I'm Italian.
It's a bad time to be an Italian.
It's never a bad time to be Italian. The worst time to be an Italian was the 50s in America. Okay?
I don't know, man.
That was the worst time.
You went from,
let me tell you,
Chris Cuomo, the Cuomo brothers,
okay,
being whatever they were, perverts or something like that. I don't remember the whole story about that. To now Luigi, was it Mangione?
I think it's pronounced.
Italians are 0 for 3 right now, dude.
Okay, but when you get home and put some Parmesan Romano on your pizza, just remember.
You're going to bash me on what pizza I eat?
You eat buffalo chicken pizza. You eat fajita pizza. You eat pizzas that aren't pizzas, man. Buffalo, sure. Listen, I like buffalo chicken pizza. I like it. But I know damn well if I asked you your top 2 pizzas right now, it would both pizzas would be non-Italian pizza.
Bianca. Bianca's one. I'm
Who's
a big
she?
fan of Bianca.
Who is Bianca?
You don't know Bianca?
Okay, what's your second pizza?
Meat pizza, like with just a bunch of meat on it.
Why can't you say meat lovers?
Because then I'm speaking of Domino's.
Do you not like saying meat lover?
Do you go to an Italian restaurant and order a meat lover's pizza?
Say you're a meat lover right now.
I'm a meat lover. Shit's good.
Top 2 pizzas. Bianca. Meat lovers.
Yeah, after this pod, I need to get a shot of me and her sitting here.
Oh, I thought you were alcoholic for a second.
No, I've been drinking a while.
Could you grab the champagne out of the fridge real quick and bring over 2 glasses? I think we should pour some champagne.
Uh-oh.
All right.
She's better be on the prowl.
Oh, we didn't. We need a glass for Minu, I think. Does Minu drink champagne or no?
No, she don't drink.
What does she drink?
She drinks eggnog, spiked eggnog.
Okay, let me hide the label. All right, we should be all right. All right, quick sip, and then I have a big announcement, and then I have something really saucy to get into. You know I'm doing a marathon late next year, right?
Okay. Half marathon?
I'm doing a half marathon in February.
Mm-hmm.
My goal time during this podcast is 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Okay.
The day of, I'm going to just put a big effort in. The 2 words on my mind is big effort. It's Publix's marathon down in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
But yeah, first half marathon, y'all. Running's beautiful. I love it. Makes me feel real good. I'm autistic about running right now. What are you autistic about right now?
Probably golf. I like golf a lot.
What makes you autistic about it, though?
Be in the middle of Target looking for shirts, and all of a sudden I'll just drop down into my stance and take a practice swing. Like I'm that retarded about golf. You can call me a golf tard. I don't care.
I do start running when I shouldn't be running.
You know what else I've been retarded or autistic about as of recent? I get really mad at people at the gym and don't say anything. Sure.
I have this really exciting thing to do with you.
With me? Is it go to church?
No, but yes. Come on.
I've been itching because we found a church we liked and we just haven't been back because I've been busy every damn Sunday.
So let's do this hypothetical. It'll be really cool. Come up. Come on. All right, too late. You're cute though. I like you. So let's end it off with this hypothetical, and I want us to really get into character, and then we'll sign off.
Okay. Is this like a improv?
Improv, yes.
Okay.
So I want you. I'll start with you.
Okay.
You're the owner of Cree Lighting.
You said Cree Lighting?
So it's called Cree Lighting. They're the biggest distributor of light bulbs in the world. Okay.
Okay.
And let's say you're the CEO.
Okay.
I'm an interviewer from a well-renowned show called The Wet Slap.
Okay.
Having an open interview with you. You don't do interviews often.
Okay.
My first question I wanted to ask you today is, why do you create light bulbs that go bad when you can create a light bulb that never goes bad?
The future is bright with Cree light bulbs. The sun will die one day. Therefore, we mimic our bulbs.
Do you think you're lying to the American people?
I'm the CEO of Cree light bulbs. The future is bright.
That's great. I love you guys. This is us signing off. Thank you for joining the Wet Slap. Deuce. gotta play some Oculus now, huh?